What if one of the most effective ways to lower blood sugar didn't involve medication, special supplement, or complicated diet? What if it was something simple you could do today, without equipment, without a gym, and without stress? In this video, we're going to talk about walking after meals and why this simple habit can significantly lower blood sugar naturally. You'll learn how walking affects glucose in the body, when to walk for the best results, how long is enough, and common mistakes that prevent people from seeing benefits. If you're looking for a simple, realistic habit that actually works, this video is for you. Why blood sugar rises after meals after you eat. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose. That glucose enters your bloodstream and needs to be moved into your cells for energy. Insulin helps with this process, but for people with insulin resistance, prediabetes, or type 2 diabetes, insulin does not work as efficiently. As a result, glucose stays in the bloodstream longer, causing higher post-meal blood sugar levels. This is why blood sugar often peaks 1 to 2 hours after eating. The goal is not to stop blood sugar from rising completely. The goal is to reduce how high it rises and how long it stays elevated. How walking lowers blood sugar. Walking works in a very powerful way. When you move your muscles, especially the large muscles in your legs, those muscles begin pulling glucose out of the bloodstream to use as energy. The most important part is this: muscles can absorb glucose even without extra insulin. This makes walking especially effective for people with insulin resistance. Instead of glucose staying in the blood, it is redirected into muscles where it is used, naturally lowering blood sugar levels. This is why walking after meals is one of the most reliable ways to reduce post-meal glucose spikes. Why walking after meals is better than walking. Anytime walking is beneficial at any time of day. But walking after meals provides a unique advantage. After eating, blood sugar is rising. This is the exact moment when your body needs help clearing glucose from the bloodstream. Walking during this window reduces the size of the blood sugar spike, helps glucose return to baseline faster, improves overall daily glucose control. Even light activity during this period can make a noticeable difference. When is the best time to walk after eating? Timing matters, but it doesn't need to be perfect. The best time to walk is within 15 to 30 minutes after finishing a meal. This is when blood sugar is beginning to rise. If you walk too late, such as 2 hours after eating, you may miss the peak glucose window. That said, walking later is still better than not walking at all. Consistency matters more than perfect timing. How long do you need to walk? This is one of the most common questions. You do not need long or intense walks. Research shows that even 10 to 15 minutes of walking after meals can significantly reduce blood sugar levels. For many people, 10 minutes is enough. 15 minutes is excellent. 20 minutes provides additional benefit. Short, consistent walks after meals often work better than one long workout later in the day. How fast should you walk? Walking does not need to be intense. A comfortable, steady pace works best. You should be able to breathe normally, hold a conversation, feel gently warmed up. Power. Walking is optional, not required. Over-exercising can sometimes increase stress hormones, which may raise blood sugar in some people. Gentle consistency beats intensity. Does this work for everyone? Walking after meals is helpful for most people, but individual responses vary. It tends to work especially well for people with insulin resistance, prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, those with high post-meal blood sugar spikes. If you have mobility limitations, even light movements such as standing, gentle stretching, or walking indoors can help. Always listen to your body and follow medical guidance if needed. Common mistakes people make. Many people try walking after meals but don't see results because of common mistakes. One mistake is walking too late. Another is walking only once, per Dalton Y, instead of after meals. Some people walk intensely, then stop because it feels exhausting or unsustainable. Others skip walking after larger meals, which are actually the most important times to move. Keeping walks short, gentle, and consistent is the key. How walking affects long-term blood sugar. Walking after meals doesn't just help in the moment. Over time, it can improve insulin sensitivity, reduce average blood sugar levels, lower daily glucose variability, improve energy and digestion. Small habits repeated daily often produce better long-term results than extreme changes done occasionally. How to build this habit into real life? You don't need to change your entire routine. Simple ways to add post-meal walking include walking around the house, walking outside, after dinner walking while talking on the phone. Light movement instead of sitting immediately, even pacing indoors for a few minutes helps. The goal is to avoid sitting still immediately after eating. What if you can't walk after every meal? That's okay. If you can only walk after one meal, start there. Many people find walking after dinner easiest and most effective. Any movement is better than none. This habit should feel supportive, not stressful. Combining walking with other habits. Walking works even better when combined with protein, balanced meals, proper hydration, adequate sleep, stress management. No single habit works alone, but walking is one of the strongest foundations. Final summary and takeaway. Let's summarize. Walking after meals is one of the simplest and most effective ways to lower blood sugar naturally. It works by helping muscles absorb glucose without relying entirely on insulin. You don't need long or intense exercise. Even 10 to 15 minutes at a comfortable pace can make a meaningful difference. Consistency matters more than perfection. In the next video, we'll talk about evening routines that help lower morning blood sugar and how nighttime habits affect glucose control.